See, another good thing about using this is this fake blood is completely edible. Not that you'd want to run around eating fake blood or anything, but it's completely edible. It's safe for the mouth. So when you've got zombie movies, or you've got vampire movies, or you've got some actor that's bleeding out of their mouth, then yeah, this is a good thing because it tastes like chocolate syrup, pretty much. Really sweet chocolate syrup, and it's safe. No harmful chemicals or anything. And I'm going to add a little bit more carrot here. And you just mix. It's constant mixing. Lots and lots of mixing. Yeah, getting close. So yeah, one problem with this is you do have to keep this stuff refrigerated because it deteriorates really, really fast. So usually when I'm on set making this stuff, I pretty much make it by the day. I'll make a 5-gallon batch. Whatever doesn't get used, which isn't very often. A lot of horror movies, we use it all. It's good for sales. So I'll just make 5 gallons a day, you know, per day. I mean, depending on what's going on for that day, if we need it. Otherwise, keep it refrigerated because it molds really fast. And if you leave it sitting out, it attracts bees. And as funny as it is to watch an actor covered with blood being chased by a swarm of bees, the directors don't like it. It's another insurance issue. So there we have it. Now it's not quite as see-through. It looks a lot more bloody. Now we have a pretty good color consistency here going on, but it is a little bit thick. You can tell that it's still kind of syrupy looking. It's kind of dribbling real slow. So that's where the water comes in. Because you don't want it dribbling, you know, you don't want it to look like syrup, because blood really is syrupy. Otherwise, it wouldn't be pumped through our veins. So just a little bit of water, not much, because this stuff thins out really, really fast. You have to, you know, once again, mix it really well because you just added the water, and the water is going to want to sit on top of all of the Karo base. So you want to make sure it gets mixed in really well. You're going to have a whole lot of watery on the top, and a whole lot of thick on the bottom. That's not good for pumping because you'll have a smooth flow of pump going on, and then all of a sudden it'll just stop. And that's embarrassing when you're on set and you've got a whole crew of people standing around waiting for you. That's a little bit better. We'll add a little bit more. Yeah, this was always fun. Usually, when you're on set, there's a lot of waiting around. You know, you're waiting for your shots, and you gotta hurry up and get there. And then, you know, your next shot is in an hour. It's never an hour. Usually sit around about 4 or 5 hours waiting. But that's just the way it goes, you know. They want everybody on hand. So a good way to pass the time for effects guys when you're sitting around waiting is just make more blood. You can never make too much blood. So yeah, we're looking good. It's starting to get a little bit drippy now. It's not quite as streamy as it looks a minute ago. I'm just going to add a touch more water here. Yeah, usually when you have a film where you have an actor that's, for whatever reason in the script, this actor is called for being drenched in blood for days at a time, sometimes weeks even. I worked on one film, this girl had to be covered in blood all day long. We were shooting about 16 to 20 hours a day, and she had to be covered in this stuff all day, every day. And by the time we were finished shooting, she swore that she would never touch anything chocolate ever again. She just got so sick of the smell, and, the taste of the chocolate. And it's all part of the job. That's why actors get paid so much. And I think we've got it there. Normally I like to test it out on a material, a very expensive material. We call paper towels. No, it's actually cheap. I'm sure you know that already. But the reason is when you want to test the color of the blood, I like to test it on something that's white, because then you can get a true feel for the color of it, just to make sure that the color is nice and red, because this stuff will appear different colors on different types of backgrounds. So if you can pull it off on white, you can pretty much pull it off on anything. Blue, skin color, anything else. So that's actually looking pretty good. There it is. Yeah, it looks like blood on the towel. And that's exactly what we're going for. We want it to be a nice, deep red color. Very red. You want to stay away from pink colors, which is usually, if it comes out pinky looking, it means just add more chocolate or add more food coloring. If it's too clear, you definitely want to add more chocolate. And that's pretty much it. You just fiddle around with it. You add things. You dilute things. You just work with it. You play with it until you get the color that you're looking for. And if you do it enough times, you get to where you can just nail the color every time. And so there you have it. That is how you make fake blood in the film industry. I usually like to give a test on my finger as well, just to take a look. So yes, that is my cut finger. And so, it is edible. It's chocolate flavored. Sometimes I make birthday cakes and just pour blood all over them. It's great for the kids. So yeah, that's it. You just want to make sure that you do it a lot. I mean, that's really the only way to get good at it. You get a good feel of how much of what to add, and when the colors aren't right, you just learn through experience what ingredient that you need more of to get consistency, just exactly what you're looking for. And that's fake blood. And that's a little too much water.